In this week, I'm going to show you a quicker version of how to plan your weekly meals, and then I'll get into my grocery haul for the week, how I'm topping up what I already have. As you can see, I'm going over last week here. I made a whole list of what I need to use up, different things that I want to consider, and then how I'm going to, go ahead and plan those meals. So what I'm doing here is I'm going through a shorter version, a quicker version of that, right? So instead of listing out everything that I have in the fridge that I need to use up, all of my perishables and things like that, I'm just keeping that in mind, right? I took a look at the fridge and I said, cool, all right, this is what I'm going to use up. And now I'm just focusing on what I want those meals to be. This part here where I'm writing out, or on the top where I've written out, each meal should have a lean protein, a vegetable or non-starchy vegetable, and then also a vegetable or fruit or something high carb. I'm not writing that out every time, right? It's just something that I know that I want to try to incorporate in every meal. And then I go through and I'm picking out what my breakfast is, I'm picking out what my lunch is, I'm picking out what my dinner is, right? Just keeping in mind what I already have. And then there I can backtrack and say, okay, cool, what do I need? And that's pretty much it. Only chosen one meal one dish for each meal. This is on purpose. Of course, you can make a whole elaborate menu, but we're trying to be simple here, right? We're trying to at least have one fallback plan for every, one default meal, one fallback plan for every single meal of the day. So we're not skipping meals out here. We're not, oh shoot, it's lunch. What should I get? And let me grab this or that. That's not the case, right? So we've already made a plan for each meal and we know what we're going to have. If we can incorporate more, great. If we don't need as much and, you can have a smaller portion, great. But you already know what you're doing so that you're not falling into the trap of, well, there's the drive-through and that's easy, right? So I've decided on overnight oats, a pasta situation for lunch, and then in the evening gonna have some sort of like potatoes and figure it out at that point. Or I should say I'm going to have some sort of high protein thing, maybe seitan, or later on you'll see what actually happens during my grocery haul. So you'll have to stick around for that. But that's pretty much it. It can be this simple. Just decide already beforehand what your default meal is going to be, what your backup plan is going to be, so that you don't have a situation in the middle of the week where it's like, well, whatever, and then grabbing whatever's on hand. And as you can see, I'm really trying to get my fruits in. Y'all, let's get right into it. I have about 15 minutes to leave for the gym. I had a late start today, so I'm not going to keep you long on this one. I'm so late to the point where my breakfast is this. Like, I had a piece of toast, dry sourdough toast, and then this because I am under caffeinated. This is actually, I'll be honest with you, I passed by a GNC because I needed some creatine and I got a can of this because it was $1 on sale. They were doing a promotion, and this is actually Chris Bumstead's company. If you don't know him, if you don't follow bodybuilding, I didn't either until I just out of nowhere got into it. I stumbled upon it, but I saw it and I was like, $1? Let me support this guy. Why not? Not that he needs any of my dollars. The man is probably doing very well. He's definitely doing very well. In any case, let's get this in our system so my workout doesn't suck. That is actually delicious. I can definitely recommend this. Yeah, this is what peach mango. I am wasting my own time. Oh my God. This week's grocery haul is very simple. I went to my farmer's market and Trader Joe's, and that's it. This week, you saw my meal plan. It includes overnight oats for breakfast, protein, pasta and pasta sauce situation for lunch, and then seitan and peppers and tomatoes, or seitan and some sort of vegetable, whatever I have on hand, and tomatoes. As a snack, I'm trying to eat more fruits, and I had an apple last week, if you remember, so I really like green apples. I find them tart and just yummy dummy. And this, I'm going to try to make a topping for my overnight oats to make it a little bit more fall themed. We'll see how that goes, but that's my plan for that. I didn't need this week, but it has me in a chokehold, so I bought it. I'll keep it in the freezer, and then if I need a snack, I'll have a piece of toast with some of that cookie butter spread or peanut butter or something like that. So I got that. This, I was so excited they had this at the farmer's market. This is a local coffee company, and I didn't realize they sold decaf, so I am having that. Coffee is great. I'll probably make a whole other video about coffee because I am obsessed with coffee. I love coffee so much. This is, it feels like it's the whole beans, which is what I wanted. So if it's not, I'll be pretty sad. And it's actually pretty brittle. I think it's, they say it's medium roast. From how brittle it is, it might be wasting time. Oh my God. Okay, anyway. And I just love the packaging. It's so cool. Look at this. It's so pretty. Okay, and it smells delicious. So this will be my kind of afternoon situation with my snack, whatever I have. Okay, so I was gonna make, I was gonna use the steak tips for lunch, but I think I'm just gonna throw this in there. I want something quick. This coming week, just for context, it's November 2nd. You do the math. I feel like next week is going to be really stressful, so I don't want to bother with a whole bunch of different components and this and that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to boil the pasta, throw the pasta sauce on there, throw the greens I'm going to use, and then throw this in there and call it a day. Keep it simple, and then pack it up for lunch. So this is what this is here. And if you want the macros, I know folks are interested in that. So you can freeze and do what you need to do with this. But I'm going to use, this is going to be 4 lunches for me, possibly 5. So, and there's about 6 servings in that. So, you can kind of do the math on what macros that'll be for me. And I'm also using Banza pasta. I'm probably going to use the rotini, I think I have, or the penne. So, I mean, those all have the same macros. I ran out of these, and I cannot be without some sort of pickled veg. I have plenty of cabbage, so I was going to do a sauerkraut, but ain't nobody got time for that right now. I mean, that's just going to be a later project. But this, oops, hot dilly beans. This is a Amish company, I guess, Amish farm, and they drop off their stuff at the farmers markets nearby. So I got one of these. These are delicious, and it's a good snack as well. Like if you're just feeling peckish, as as our friends across the ocean like to say. So every once in a while I'll just like pop that open and pop a couple of these in my mouth, just because I'm I don't know, I'm a big back anyway. So Thursday night pad thai. It's what it is. Like this has been saving my life every week. For the pasta, I think I'm just gonna throw a handful of kale in there. I don't know. I keep doing spinach, so I was like, let me try putting kale in pasta. I haven't tried that before. If you like different greens in your pasta, let me know. I think I'm just in a rut of doing spinach. So this, I was running out of almond milk, and so I'm using this week. I was gonna get 2 of the oh gosh, I'm forgetting what you call it. I was gonna get 2 of the smaller versions, the ones that are shelf stable. That's what it is. I was gonna get 2 of the shelf stable ones, but one of those shelf stable ones is 4 servings. So I was gonna get 2, which would have been 8 servings, and they're $1.99 each. But this is $2.99 already for 8. So I was like, oh, screw that. I mean, hello. Okay. I love Swiss chard, And so what I'm going to do with this is I'm actually going to have it with my dinner. So I'll have a side of potatoes, a side of Swiss chard. I'll probably saute it, or I don't know, do something with it. But that's going to be one of my sides for dinner. And that's it. That's my grocery haul this week. Again, I just needed to top up what I had from last week and what I have in my house. These are the meal ideas that I'm working with: the protein overnight oats, the pasta with sauce, and some beefless crumbles, and some greens. And then dinner will be actually, instead of making seitan, I'm gonna make it super simple. Just throw more of those Beyond Steaks. I have plenty of that left, and I actually still have a block of tofu left. So depending on my mood that night, I'll throw one of those things in the air fryer. Y'all, if you don't have an air fryer, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how much time you have in your day. I have, well, the same amount of time, but I'm lazy. So I use my air fryer for pretty much everything. If I'm turning on the stove, if I'm turning on the oven, it's deep in winter and I just need more heat in the house. Like, that's literally what I'm using that for. In any case, for dinner, I'll probably use one of those different proteins instead of making the seitan. I'll leave the seitan for next week, and well, let me know in the comments if you want to see how I make my seitan. In any case, I'm gonna have some sort of protein source. This as a side, the potatoes that I had from last week, I still have plenty of those left. That should last me throughout the week. And then this will be the dinner that I have on Thursday. Had a blank out. At the farmer's market, these chard were $3 a bunch, and I got two, so that's $6 over there. These dilly beans were $6. Each jar of their pickled vegetables is $6, and this was I'll be honest with you, I didn't ask questions. I saw it, I bought it. It was probably, let's say $12. Yeah, it's probably $12. I'll double check. And these, I also didn't ask because I'm trying to eat more fruits and I didn't want to be dissuaded by the price. So it's probably like $3 a pound or something like that, unfortunately, because it's a farmer's market, but you know, you want to support them. So that's what I had there. And that's it. All right, let's see what I make with all this.